You know, I think that Komi-san is a series that's the perfect example of something that's gone on for such a long period of time that it's filled with so many highs and lows. And I say this because I'm pretty sure that the series is just coming out of one of its biggest lulls in a long time. I mean, really, I feel like Oda-sensei is the kind of guy that heard all that feedback about Mambagi and then was like, hey, you guys don't like third wheels or a trio here? Well, fuck it. I'm gonna double down and give you a character that's gonna be so much more intense than what you got before. And thus, Kawaii got created. And even though I said that, I will fight you if you ever say that Mambagi was an unnecessary addition to the story. She deserved the world, and the introduction of her character, I think, is one of the best parts of the entire series. It added more layers of depth and opportunities for Komi to grow as a character all throughout. Also, that school festival arc was probably one of the highest highs that the series ever seen. So I honestly think I consider that to be the peak of the manga. While I feel that the character of Kawaii is a character that was a little bit more forced in, definitely took me a little bit to get accustomed to, but I did grow to like her. I can definitely see where people might think that her inclusion is weird at the very least. I mean, we've all joked about Chidano actually having a harem, and this is the first time that it actually seemed like a possibility, and we did not want that. But I think we're moving past this controversial era into something that fans are a little bit more accustomed to, or something that we were more expecting overall. And that's the development between Tadano and Komi. Something that's been moving at a literal snail's pace. But then again, that's to be expected with a manga of this type. Slice of life aren't meant to be completely rambunctious in your face with developments here and there. Actually, scratch that. We're in the Reiwa era now, you know, anything's possible. We can expect a lot of different things coming at us at all times. But I think the last few chapters to come out are some of the chapters that the fans can just unanimously agree on as being some of the most fantastic ones of recent memory. A date that's just gone and completely upended itself, and it's just a complete mess. It's raining, their clothes have gotten dirty several times, and there's really nothing for them to do here other than, you know, just spending time with each other and just talking it out. Chapters like these are ones that I think have been sorely missed, where we just focus on one of the best dynamics of the entire series. The casual nature in the relationship is so fun and nice that it's so comfy to just watch them just completely mess up. Because you know that at this point in the story, a lot of their insecurities have already been talked out and they just feel extremely comfortable with one another. From them spouting out cringy lines of dialogue to then just bursting out in laughter and then leading to one of the best, if not the best, double page spread in the entire series. All of this for them to then get a moment to themselves, one that not even the audience sees. And I think that this intimacy that this decision makes is something that just greatly benefits the story. And I know there's a lot of people that wish we got a close-up or we got a better shot of this.
Show the angles right.
But I honestly think that it's for the best. We're definitely gonna get a glimpse of that later down the line. They're not gonna keep that hidden from the fans of who wanna see that kind of stuff. But this is just something to where the characters are sharing this one moment and it really emphasizes on how they are actually not focusing on anyone else. I mean, that's the entire point of this date as well. They've been trying to get away from their entire friend group, from the entire mess that's been building up recently, so that they can just be alone. And this exemplifies that it's not just the side characters that they were talking about, it's also us. It's one of those moments where how the scene is presented, it doesn't let us intrude into this personal, intimate moment. And I personally think it's nights like that. And then the talk that directly follows this is one that lets us get more insight on the character's thought process. Because while Komi-san didn't want to count that accidental kiss as their first time, Tadano wants to, because he wants to savor every single moment. And even if it was an accident, he still wants to remember that. It's a special moment that shows us that Komi and Tadano aren't always going to be sharing the same mindset. But that doesn't stop them from putting away those issues of whatever differences they might think, and then just proceeding to move forward with a relationship. Pretty much underlining the fact that this is a relationship that's built on understanding. And if you've been following the series for long enough, then you know just how heartwarming it is to watch these characters grow. And then this chapter ends with Tadano almost losing his innocence because goddamn, I don't know how Komi's been able to contain the beast that's inside of her. The fandom should be worried that Tadano's just gonna end up as a pile of bones when Komi's done with him. But yeah, I think these last few chapters have just been some of the best that the series been in a really long time. And that's not dissing any of the comedic scenes that we've gotten in the past, because that's what it's really been focusing on for the last few months or so. But I think with a series, you need to have a good mix of both of these interactions. Like some chapters where you get to see all of the goofy antics of the schoolmates, and then some of the more serious ones. Aside from these recent chapters, I think the other best chapters to come out recently are the ones with Mambagi and her boyfriend. Because this guy just kind of came in and swept her off her feet in no time. I was talking about Reiwa energy earlier, but I think this guy might be the prime example of Reiwa energy in this manga. And I'm happy that Mambagi was able to get hers, because because honestly, she might be best girl. But with that, I just think that rounds off what I wanted to talk to you guys about with the new chapters of Komi-san. I think hopefully this is a point in the story where the series is going to be transitioning into another one of its fantastic golden eras. Whether we'll see developments come in quicker or not, we'll see. But with this little arc, I think I'm already satisfied for the next few chapters to come. As always, I was Bayfon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.